What's going on there, YouTube, and welcome back to another comic book video. This is the channel where we sit down and cover different comic book stories from different comic book companies. Today, we are going to jump back over to Marvel Comics and continue our coverage over the Ultimate Marvel Universe. Guys, this is it. This is the last Ultimate Marvel event, Ultimate Marvel Cataclysm, but this is also the last video for this event, where we see the heroes from the Ultimate Marvel Universe finally defeating Galactus by using one single character, Kitty Pryde. Kitty Pryde was the key to defeat Galactus. So if you like today's comic book video, please hit that like button down below and also subscribe to the channel for more content to come in the near future. Also, any suggestions on books I should read, well, please let me know in the comments below, because you never know, your suggestion could be a future video down the road. But I do hope you enjoy today's video. So we start our last Ultimate Cataclysm video with everyone waiting for Miles Morales and Reed Richards to come back from the main Marvel Universe. Remember that the two of them went there to find the main Marvel Universe Reed Richards and hope he has something that can help them defeat Galactus before he eats the entire planet. That is when you have Miles Morales come back and say he's coming. But Miles Morales is badly injured. So now the question is, what happened over there in the main Marvel Universe to Reed and Miles Morales? Well, we jump back 25 minutes in time before the two of them had gone through the portal. You had the story pick up where the last one left off, where you have everyone freaking out because Iron Man is actually considering sending Reed Richards into another Marvel Universe. While everyone is arguing, you have Iron Man take Spider-Man outside and they have a quick chat, where Iron Man explains why Miles has to go with Reed Richards and not them, because everyone else has emotional attachment to Reed Richards. They all had to fight against him except Miles Morales. So you have Iron Man give Miles some kind of weapon to use to keep around just in case Reed Richards tries something. We have Iron Man take Miles Morales back into the building and tell everyone that he is going to go ahead with the plan. Of course, no one agrees, but you have Iron Man point out that it's too bad and they really don't have a choice here. You have him direct people to go back outside to keep helping people while Miles Morales and Reed Richards go through the portal, which of course they arrive in the main Marvel Universe, which of course begins the adventures of the first chapter of this video. Because when they arrive in the main Marvel Universe, they are outside the Baxter building, which is amazing. But for Reed Richards, this begins this phase we don't really get to see again in the rest of his appearance. What I mean is that when Reed Richards and Miles Morales go inside the Baxter building, they begin to see different things. But what gets Reed Richards the most is seeing a family photo of the main Marvel Universe Fantastic Four. Seeing how happy they are and the fact this Reed Richards and Susan Storm have children, which is something he wanted to do with the Ultimate Susan Storm. It really bothers him, and I think Miles Morales knows something is wrong with him. After that, they get inside the main Marvel Universe Reed Richards lab and they begin to look up any information that can help them stop Galactus. When they access the computer, they see that Galactus has attacked the Earth, or his heralds have so many times in the past. That is ridiculous, but after seeing everything, you have Reed Richards make two copies, one for Miles Morales and one for himself, just in case something happens on their way back to the Ultimate Marvel Universe. That is when they are greeted by Valerie Richards, the daughter of both Reed Richards and Susan Storm, where at first she thinks that Ultimate Reed Richards is her father, but then she realized that it is not her father. which then she turns on the security system that begins to attack the two of them, where you have the two of them try to escape before being captured or killed by the security system. There is a point where Miles Morales runs by the Superior Spider-Man. That was when Doc Ock was in the mind of Peter Parker's body. It was a very interesting time for Marvel, but either way, you have Miles Morales get back to their universe, which leads us back to the beginning of our video, which made us at first think that maybe Reed Richards did something to Miles Morales, but of course, come to find out now, that is not true at all, where you have Ultimate Reed Richards come back to the Ultimate Marvel Universe to tell them that he learned everything about Galactus, except after seeing his main Marvel Universe counterpart, daughter, he had a change of heart on how he thinks about the Earth, where he sees that now the Earth is actually a beautiful place. The opening of the second chapter picks up with the Ultimate X-Men team. It is them finally being able to get into this event. Well, the main story to be more exact. The last time we saw them, they fought the Ultimate Galactus Swarm in an alternate dimension with Rick Jones, aka Captain Marvel. Well, they arrived in New York, where everything seems to be basically over for the Earth. There is a huge man standing in the middle of New York as he gets ready to destroy the entire Earth in one final blow. The X-Men are wondering what in the world they should do next. That is when they are greeted by Captain America and some of the other members of the Ultimates, as Captain America tells the X-Men that Kitty Pryde is the key to save the entire Earth from Galactus. This is where we get into the plan that Reed Richards and Tony Stark had cooked up to stop Galactus. Of course, their plan is centered around Kitty Pryde and of course the power she has. Remember that Kitty Pryde has the ability to phase through anything, but when she phases through a machine, usually that is when the machine breaks down. At the same time, they do have something they need Jean Grey to do for them as well, which requires them to bring out Cerebro, or their version of Cerebro, to help them connect her mind to Galactus' mind, hoping to learn more about him and hoping to find a way to stop Galactus. This is going to be hard for her to do something like this because it is reminding her about Charles Xavier, a man she looked up to so long ago, and it is horrible. Before she does that, well, you have Tony Stark tell Kitty Pryde what she is going to have to do, that she will be using the last amount of Pym particles that is around to make her big, that will give her the ability to grow big enough to phase through Galactus' machine and hoping to beat him. Also, when Jean Grey connects her mind to his mind, she learns that Galactus is hungry, except he knows that this is not his Earth, but is an Earth, and that he is hungry and needs to eat soon. So his goal is to eat this Earth to feed his hunger. Of course, that is the moment Galactus feels Jean Grey in his mind and begins to attack the Ultimate. Of course, this is the moment you have Galactus just attack the Ultimates, Spider-Man and the X-Men. It is now all hands on deck when it comes to this battle, because remember, this is Galactus from the main Marvel Universe. This is a being that is a cosmic being on a level that they don't really stand a chance against. You have all the big hitters go out there hoping to do something to him, while some of the less stronger heroes try to escape, but also help some of the other people who work for S.H.I.E.L.D. that don't have the ability to escape. Sadly, all of this is happening before Reed and Tony Stark plan came together. They just barely were able to give Kitty Pryde the shot she needed to be able to grow the size of Galactus. Except she did not get the chance to grow in size to fight him. It leads to the point that the Triskelion falls straight down into the water, making it seem that this is the end for the heroes of the Ultimate Marvel Universe. So we see that Miles Morales and Kitty Pryde are still alive, and we see them get back up after being knocked out of the sky by Galactus. It is a quick heart-to-heart moment for them because they have met, teamed up, and hung out before this big event. Either way, you have Kitty Pryde grow in size and get back on track on what is her mission when it comes to taking down Galactus, which she needs to grow in size and phase through his machine to hopefully stop it from destroying the whole planet. This is where you have Reed Richards really talk to Kitty Pryde as she goes up to stop the machine. This is the big moment that Kitty Pryde and the entire mutant race really need. You will see what I mean here in the next couple videos as we get closer to them down the road. While she is trying to complete this mission, she begins to think back to all of the people that have died. This of course means all the good people, like some of the X-Men and Peter Parker Spider-Man. Also thinking about the people she had fought against, which of course means all of the villains the X-Men fought, like Magneto, and some of the villains that she and Peter Parker had fought together. It is the big moment again for Kitty Pryde, and we watch her being able to phase through Galactus in his machine, also being able to turn around and actually fight against him, which does confuse me on how she is able to do something like that, only because of how powerful Galactus truly is. Now, Reed Richards had a second part to his plan, which involves him sending out some kind of device that flies over to where Kitty Pryde and Galactus are at. Susan Storm knows what it is, and she begins to freak out and tries to call Kitty Pryde to warn her what is coming her way. This is where we learn that what he has sent out is actually a end zone portal. His plan is to send Galactus into the end zone instead. Remember that is a universe or a dimension that is technically a dead dimension. Life there is almost non-existent right now. So you have Susan Storm rush to tell Kitty Pryde, well actually she goes to help save Kitty Pryde with Miles Morales, hoping to save her before she falls into the portal. Now this is the moment we say goodbye to Ultimate Thor in the Ultimate Marvel Universe, because you have some of the heroes trying to save Kitty Pryde before she falls into the portal. At the same time, you have Thor basically trying to rush Galactus into the portal. You have Reed Richards and Tony Stark arguing about what to do with the portal. Reed is saying they need to close the portal now, but that could also close the portal on Thor as well, meaning that there is no way for Thor nor Galactus to come back into the Ultimate Marvel Universe. Tony Stark, of course, does not want to do it because he and Thor have fought alongside each other for so many times in the Ultimate Marvel Universe. Either way, they both agree to make sure that Galactus does not come back at all, and you have them close the portal, and Thor and Galactus are now both trapped in the end zone. The book closes on the fact that you have everyone realizing that they were able to defeat Galactus, except that is when they realize that there were some major costs with defeating Galactus. For example, Thor is now lost in the end zone, but also that Captain America could be dead, since the only thing they had found was Captain America's shield, leaving us with the thought that Captain America could be dead. And this is where we are going to end today's video. So please hit that like button down below and also subscribe to the channel for more content to come in the near future. Also, any suggestions on books I should read? Well, please let me know in the comments below, because you never know, your suggestion could be a future video down the road. But I do hope you enjoyed today's video.